So yes, next up on the card we have the circuit final for the Woolhandling for the North Island. Shearing NZ, North Island Woolhandling circuit final. Sheep supplied by Cross Keys and Ngātāhuna. Each competitor handles 3 long wool and 3 second shear fleeces. A sealed time of 30 seconds between each of the wools. There will be a 15-second countdown, between the wool types, a 30-second time at the end of the job. First prize, $700 for this event, so there's going to be some pretty keen competition. Good, we have the YFC Blue Ribbon shearers. Please come to get their singlets and register. Linton Palmer, Morgan Lissington, Mark Granger, Cam Hicks, Ethan Pankhurst, Brent Langrel, Aaron Haynes, Jimmy Samuels, Corey Palmer, Corey Smith. Those competitors to please reach for their singlets up here at the announcers table.
All right, it looks like we're ready for a start. We got
ready to go, yes.
Just wait for the green light. We got sheep in the pens, competitors and judges are to the board. We've got the green light.
Looks like we've got the go-ahead. Now, each competitor will handle 3 long wool and 3 second shear fleeces. The wool handler's sealed time is 30 seconds. There will be a 15-second countdown between wool types. Timekeepers ready.
Shall I count?
Johnny, can you count?
Go.
Shearers, on your marks, get set, go. Okay, these wool handlers, Audrey, if you can get a mic as well. These wool handlers will be handling 3 full wool fleeces, 3 second shear, 15-second countdown in between. This job is hard enough without chucking in 2 different wool types. But down here on table number 4, we have Emarina Braddock from Eki Tahuna. Table number 3, Kieran Herbert. Who's on table number 2, Audrey?
No stranger to finals. Cherie Alabaster from Taihape. Logan Kamura from Martin on stand number 1. They're really going to throw the lot at this group of wool handlers, these finalists. Now, they've been competing through competitions throughout the Motu in the North Island only, from Gisborne to Raglan, earning points. These are just the result of that circuit, aren't they? These are the finalists.
Yes, that's right. These wool handlers, they need to, I think they need to do 6 shows, 3 full wool, 3 second shear, in order to qualify to make this final. And then, what is it, the winners of the 2 winners of this? Oh, here goes Cherie. She turns and throws. Lovely throw. Oh, Logan.
Oh, Logan on table number 1.
Beautiful throw down here on table number 4. Kieran Herbert, a little bit too much wheat bix and a little bit went over the front. But look at her, she's a big, strong girl. But here we go, 3 competition fleeces. The first of them is on the table right now. This young girl, Braddock here, Emiraina on table number 4, full of concentration. Look at her, she looks over at her shearer. These are wool handlers, Audrey, you know, they've got to have eyes in the back of their heads because they were able to look at the table and know exactly where that shearer is.
Some of these wool handlers are leading in the wool shed. They do have eyes in the back of their heads, especially for some of these learner wool handlers that tend to use that broom to lean on a little bit. But I'm liking the way Logan is operating, performing down here on table number 1. I'd really like to see him take it to these more experienced wool handlers, Cherie Alabaster, Kieran Herbert, Tuma.
Well, I feel a little bit sorry for these wool handlers' partners. If they got eyes in the back of their heads, they can't do anything. But oh well, that's just how it goes. Look at this, Kieran Herbert, table number 3. Fleece is gone. She's right there with her shearer. She grabbed that cheek wool. Marina Braddock, table 4. Come on, girl, roll it up because these shearers are coming down the last side. Logan Coveted, table number 1. He runs, he jumps. He is unreal, this guy. Wonderful athlete. Here we go. Let him go, shearers. Okay, let's see what Cherie can do, Audrey.
She'll be pretty happy with that throw. A little bit of an overhang for Logan down here on table 1. A4 size, we're looking at 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 points. Cherie Alabaster, hard to get a point off here for that throw. A little bit of bunching at the top. She's already at the top of the table. Kieran Herbert already been right around her fleece. These wool handlers, third and final fleece on the board now. Tima will be thinking about that countdown very shortly.
Johnny McBride, you need to keep an eye on what's going on. You are doing the 15-second countdown. You were the only one that can count that high this morning because a lot of people went out last night and had a few beverages. But here we go. Look at this, Kieran Herbert, Cherie Alabaster. She's a school teacher. She doesn't work in the sheds anymore. Kieran Herbert, she doesn't do a lot of work in the sheds either. She does a lot of training for Wool Systems Limited. That's what Kieran does. We've got Logan Coveted, table number 1. He still works in the sheds pretty much full-time. Marina Braddock, she loves working in the sheds. She'll never leave them. But here we go, Kieran Herbert. Look, she's got the fleece and the fadge. Cherie Alabaster's right there with her. Look at Cherie, she's starting to glow red. Audrey, you know that the pressure's on when Cherie's glowing red.
Well, Shearing up, stands 1 and 2. They've already started sweeping up around, and yet they've still got a fleece to throw. I'm a little bit puzzled. Is it part of the plan just to do that quicker cleanup? I don't know if it was time well spent. We'll see in a moment.
15. Johnny.
This make the most of it, Logan. It's a beauty. It's a beauty
13.
on table 1.
12. 11.
Wow, what a throw.
10.
Countdown has begun.
9.
The second shear sheep will be
8.
coming out very shortly. These are shorter wools.
7.
Shorn twice a year.
6.
Sometimes a 7.
5. 4.
And a 5. Sometimes
3.
an 8 in a 4 month.
2. 1. Okay, shearers, bring out the second shear. Let's put the heat on these wool handlers.
Logan on table number 1 already dispatched that fleece, already processed that fleece. He is looking hot. You are really rocking this stage, Logan. Cherie Alabaster on table number 2. Fleece is dispatched for Kieran and Cherie, the more experienced wool handlers.
Oh, look at this, Kieran Herbert. She's turned her table sideways. Is she still within her boundaries? You know how Kieran is. She loves to push the boundaries. And up to let go these shearers on the second shear. There's to be no cross-contamination of wools, ladies and gentlemen. You've got the long wool locks and stuff underneath the table, but they can't interfere with the second shear that's coming off now. Audrey, is this how it goes in a wool shed? Why don't these shearers wait and stop for these wool handlers?
They are, time is money for these shearers and same for the wool handlers, and it's all about working as a greater team. So these wool handlers are used to this kind of pressure, Tuma. Back at the board for all of them now, but I'm so impressed with the way these wool handlers are set up. They're really, really onto it today.
Oh, they certainly are. You have to be onto it, these wool handlers. They've been around the country. They've wool handled at a half a dozen wool handling shows. full wool and second shear. That's how they came. This is the cream. The cream rises to the top, and that's what you've got up there right now. You've got the cream. Here we go. Look at the Cherie Alabaster. She's on her knees. She's a school teacher. How does she know what she's doing? You got Kieran Herbert. She's got the broom in hand. Logan Carmida down there, the rose amongst the thorns. He's giving it to these wool handlers. We got Emerina Braddock down here, table number 1. Come on, Emerina, you're just putting the fleece in the fadge. Audrey, I think this Logan's got these other wool handlers flustered.
Well, this table on stand number 1, the table is hanging precariously on the side. I'm watching it very carefully. Good man, Alan. He moves it back in. They are going to be allowed to keep their second shear wool on the floor, so there'll be no fadges for the second shear. And it's back to the board for all competitors. Looks like a lot of baskets on the floor for them, Tuma.
It certainly does. I'm down here watching Emerina. Look at her. She's working away with her shearer. There's a few times in the second shear fleece when you can actually get away from the shearer and do other things. The long blow is one of them, but you need to be back to get that cheek wool on the last side. There we go, these shearers over the last side, shearing well, guys. Audrey, I think we've got one more in the pen, have we? One more second shear?
One more second shear. 30 seconds is the seal time for these competitors. Very, very harsh, but a lot at stake for these wool handlers, Tuma.
There certainly is these wool handlers, you know, the North Island Wool Handling Circuit final. $700 is first prize. $700, that is a lot of money to a wool handler. Here we go, Logan Combiter, stand number 1. He's looking fiery down there. Kieran Herbert, she stacks her best baskets up so no contamination goes in them. She's a very, very clever wool handler, this Kieran Herbert. She was wool handling in the New Zealand team last night. Geez, is there nothing this girl can't do, Audrey? She's pretty sharp.
Very, very sharp. She's come a long way, Kieran Herbert, and she's one of our top wool handlers. Yeah. She's represented New Zealand well overseas and here in New Zealand.
Excuse me, Audrey. Could we have Tim Horsburgh from Coopers to the microphone table, please? Tim Horsburgh from Coopers to the microphone table. Thank you.
Emerina Braddock down there on table number 4. She's keeping her head down and bum up, just doing the job. Logan, though, I'm so impressed with this young wool handler down here on stand number 1, Tuma.
Yes, Logan Carmida, right, ladies and gentlemen. Once the shearer pulls the cord, these wool handlers have got 30 seconds. 30 seconds to clean up and put up their hands, and then after that 30 seconds, it's 1 point per second. That's pretty tough. But here we go. In that time, these wool handlers will have to do what we call the shakedown. Here we go. Once they pull the cord, 30 seconds. Come on, let the madness begin. We got the shakedown. Look at Cherie Alabaster. She's shaking that wool. Logan Carmida, he's making love to the wool there. That's the way to do it. Come on now. You need to blend all these fleeces into each other. We got Emerina Braddock. Come on, Emerina. Shake it up. Look at this Logan Carmida. He must be nearly. There he goes. Ooh, the Cherie and Kieran, they were right there too, Audrey.
Absolutely nothing in it, but Logan down here on table 1. Logan, if I can just pull you to the side here and grab a few words with you to see how you felt.
Time.
From here, Logan, you looked like you were really onto it. How did you feel? I noticed you moved your table around a fair bit. Was that part of your plan?
Oh no, I could just hear them moving the table.
Well, you were an absolute treat to watch. I wish you well for that prize giving.
Awesome stuff. That was a lovely final there with the North Island Wool Handling Circuit. Next on the card is the YFC Blue Ribbon. Later on, we'll have the PGG Wrightsons and all those shearers, Tony Costa, Nathan Stratford, Troy Piper, Angus Moore, Aaron Haynes, David Fagan, Grant Smith, David Buick, Gavin Much, Chaz Tohiri